The other day, we got the battery pack out of the Tesla, drained the coolant, and opened up the front hump on the battery pack. Now today I'm going to get the main cover off of the battery pack. So to start with, there's what looks like just construction plastic basically over the battery. It is held down with some black butyl tape, and it's pretty easy to remove. Just pull up on the plastic gently, making sure not to accidentally tear it, and it comes right up. After that, it's just a matter of rolling it up and getting it out of the way. After that, it was time to remove all the bolts around the outside edge of the lid. This is just a layer of fancy insulation inside a plastic bag that lays on top of the battery. This just needs to be lifted and carried out of the way. Then it's a matter of getting all the screws out of the middle of the pack. The ones straight down the length of it are short with little rubber washers. The crosswise ones are long. So now the real fun starts. That's getting through that caulked seam. I just used a plain palette knife on the corner here to get things started. I used wood wedges as I went just to apply a little upward force. And mostly I was using a palette knife with an edge on it bent to match the lip here. But it was slow and painstaking. I really wished I had some sort of a special tool to do this.
Okay, I just put a palette knife on a reciprocating saw blade, so this might be a great idea or an absolutely terrible idea. We'll find out. It actually really cranks through for a minute. The blade isn't really stiff enough.
Well, it worked for a minute, but I think I was actually going through the stuff which I had already loosened manually. And then once I hit the hard stuff, the blade was just too flexible. It just didn't work anymore. So it was time to just go back to trying to cut through this by hand.
Getting the main lid off the battery pack here sucks. It has a curved edge to it, so you need some sort of a curved cutting tool to be able to get in there on a weird angle and slice sideways. And you know what? It's really good quality caulk. So it's going, it's just that it's really, really slow. And every whack of the hammer with this only moves it the tiniest amount and is also slowly destroying the tool as well. So what will happen first? The cover come off or the tool just be completely destroyed? Who knows? Plus we've had a heat wave lately and it is like near 100% humidity. So, you know, I'm just, soaking literally straight through my clothing. So I don't really have the endurance to just, keep going at this quite as hard as I'd like to be able to. So I'll take a break and then get back at it. Okay, I've got a tool improvement and a fresh shirt. So I've got this big scraper palette knife thing. I heated the one edge and bent that to match the curve of the lip on the lid here. And then I cut a block of wood to match the kind of this big lip where the battery actually mounted up to the vehicle. So that way the wood just sets right on that lip, holds everything together. I cut a slot in the block of wood at the correct angle so that the blade just sits back in there. This will slide along the edge and I can just hit that with a hammer and it should through like that. Still hard, but way faster than before.
Wow, what a difference having the right tool makes. Just, having it hold still and being able to take a full hammer swing at it. huge difference, 100 times easier than before. There was still a couple other spots I had to work away the caulk a little more, use some wood wedges, and just generally loosen things up. At the back, there were still a few more screws I had to take out, and the seam there is flat, but it's just a big area, a lot of caulk, so I really had to work that to open all that up.
So this plastic sheeting that was over the battery pack has this butyl tape on it. So what I did is I threw it in my chest freezer overnight, and then that way, with it being cold, this butyl tape comes off real easy. Easy way to get all that off. So it seems to me that getting the caulked seams to open up to get the lid off the battery pack is a lot easier with some special tools. I already did the edges, but I'm trying to get straight down the middle that is caulked down as well. So just looking at the metal here, it's about 1 inch wide. That matches up nicely with a yardstick. So I took this yardstick and I just whittled the end to a point and an angle to try to get through the caulk. This was not working well. It just couldn't really get it started, and it was, can't hit it with a hammer. It's not heavy enough. So this, however, is a piece of 3/4 inch thick hardwood flooring cut to less than 1 inch wide with a nice taper cut on the end. So this is good for killing vampires, or hopefully to go right down the middle, and then I'll be able to get the lid off.
Using the wood board seemed to work fairly well. I was able to pound it straight down the middle, but as the lid lifted, the outside edges would kind of pinch funny because of the lip on there, so I'd have to pry that up. And then sort of the further I went along, the more I realized it'd be great to have a couple extra hands to hold up the sheet, keep the corners from pinching, and being able to drive the stake through. So I thought I'd wait until I could get some more help. So once I had a second set of hands there, things did in fact go a little bit easier. I was able to manhandle the metal lid, and found that just putting some wood wedges under the edge kept those outside edges from pinching funny. And then that way we could keep working the metal back. Once we got to a certain point, it was easier to use a rope or something to hold the lid up. So I had a ratchet strap I hooked on the end and went up to the ceiling of the garage here to hold it out of the way. Once we got all the way through the caulk seam, we could lower that ratchet strap and then just lift and carry away the lid. So now you can see there's sort of some mica sheets that are over the tops of the cell modules. And then even after we remove those, the cell modules themselves really aren't exposed. They still have a clear plastic cover on them, and all the terminals are covered as well. So we were just taking a quick look at the modules to see if there was anything obvious, and there wasn't. It looked pretty good. In the next video, I'll start removing the cell modules and see if I can find a loose wire or corrosion or something that would have caused the problem with the vehicle to make it not run. And until next time, stay charged up.